Thank you for being part of this training. And most importantly, we want you to continue in it. And you have this platform already. You can ask questions. You can, you already have the contact, and you can upgrade yourself, because this is an ongoing, it's not static, it's dynamic. So many things to learn, so many things to relearn. So, by now we have things that you've learned, and you still need to unlearn and relearn. So that's how we keep rolling. You learn, you unlearn, you relearn, you learn, you unlearn, you relearn, until we get better. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so for now, your presentation, I have the list of people presenting today. I have Mr. Ibrahim Nasiru will be our first speaker to tell us what they have, they will demonstrate. They want to demonstrate. It's not a problem. It's their training, what they've learned. And I also have Alaji Idrisa. I hope I call it correctly. Okay, so, and I also have Mr. Olajide Adebisi. I have Mr. Amadu Haruna. Those people that have contacted me that they want to share with us today. And I also have Mr. Azan Usumata Bayero. Okay, so, but if you're also ready for a presentation, we make it snappy so that you can send me a direct message, or you can put on the chat board, and then we allow you. But everybody, it is open for you to do a short video and let us know your take. If you have time, we also give you the opportunity to talk and let us know what you have learned and your message to the convener of this program. Thank you very much. Doctor, over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Olumoni, for being a very good chaperone. Thank you, everyone, for staying put from the beginning, Module 1, and now we are on Module 5. Your enthusiasm and your diligence and your the heart with which you embrace rigor, it is well appreciated. Okay, so let's move on straight to what we have left in Module 5. Is just for us to discuss essentially future trends and development when it comes to the integration of artificial intelligence in education. Then we'll give room for everyone, for us to have a community, of practice, for us to share with one another, and we have more opportunity to ask, all the questions that we needed to ask that we've not been able to ask. I'm not expected to spend more than 20 or 30 minutes, here. Then we'll give the floor for everyone. So our focus for this module is to look into the future trends and development with respect to the integration of artificial intelligence in education. Of course, we have overemphasized the fact that we cannot take a back seat when it comes to integration of AI in education. AI is here, and AI is here to stay. So every one of us begins to think and begin to study and begin to look into how we can maximize AI tools and AI software and AI in our education, especially for classroom teachers. How does it link to my pedagogy? And as institutions, various institutions need to begin to see on a school-wide approach, on a school-wide level, at an institutional level, how do we implement AI-enhanced solutions in our institutions to foster greater engagement? And of course, everything will lead on to academic success. So that should be the drive, that should be the focus for educational, institution. But we also identify the fact that we can move forward so fast or so well if we do not actually pinpoint the gaps that are there in educators' preparedness. How are we as individual educators prepared to utilize the advances in technologies as we have it today, especially with respect to integration of AI? So that should be the focus. As we have a whole lot of AI tools, array of AI tools, we need to begin to say, okay, so what are the gaps available? Whether in teaching, what are the gaps available in learning? What are the gaps available in doing administrative tasks? What are the gaps available at an institutional level? How can AI help us? And what are the gaps that we have identified especially with respect to educators' preparedness, meaning how are we prepared to adopt, how are we prepared to integrate, how are we prepared to fully utilize the gains of artificial intelligence. So this is the future direction and the area our thoughts need to go into, right? So let's look into some of the things that will be the future of AI and the direction and the drive to fully maximize AI. You are looking into AI-powered digital storybooks, AI-powered digital what? Storybooks. When we talk about digital storybooks, we are talking about, storybooks that people can access on their devices, and these books are very interactive books. In nature, they are interactive. Way back, we have what we call the interactive notebooks, but it's usually physical, physical notebook where students can design and use various forms of graphic transformation to bring their learning to life, right? But in the age of artificial intelligence, we are saying that it is almost like it can be democratized, that everyone can begin to create digital, notebooks or using digital technology for them to tell stories. And the advantage of this is that it brings the story to life. It makes it dynamic and what? And immersive, a dynamic and immersive, experience. Maybe you have a story that happened, maybe a story about Caesar. You're a literature teacher, you wanted to teach, such story, or a social study or government or global perspective teacher, you want to talk about world stories, or you want to talk about, civil war, either in America or civil war in Nigeria. I mean, you can gather pictures about these things. And most of the things we have available are the pictures, right? You gather the pictures, but you can bring those pictures to life, and you can use it to tell the story the way it is in your curriculum. You can use it to bring it to life. And we can also bring students into these using AI tools for them to bring the story to life. We have seen the example of how you can use ChatGPT 4.0 to generate images, pixel kind of images, Ghibli images, and you can bring that image to Kling AI, and you just tell Kling AI to bring the image to life, and it will look as if it's a real life experience, right? This is what we call telling story using digital world technology, and it's making it come to life. You can create podcast story using notebook LM. Maybe you have a story. It could even be your literature. And I think for literature teacher, this is just so fantastic, because literature history teachers, right? You can create podcasts about World War, about a particular history, and just all you need to do is upload it into these AI tools, and within minutes, the podcast is ready, audio format is ready, and your student can listen to the story in a very interactive, in a very soothing, manner. Not you telling the story in class, and you can just convert this into a digital format, storytelling. So we can see how AI can bring our story, storytelling, efforts to life. And this is an area that I think we need to begin to maximize, right? We have AI-powered story books featuring animations, sound effects, decision-making parts that deeply encourage young readers. You can create your prompt. That when you talk about the decision-making part, right? Your own prompt can determine the direction in which to go. If you want to recreate a story, like they say, or you want to talk about the story of Adolf Hitler, right? You want to imagine if Hitler was a good man, right? What kind of world would they have created, right? You can use a prompt to do that, and the story can be recreated, right? You can personalize story to match the age and comprehension level of the readers. You want to tell someone in preschool, primary 1, primary 2, you want to tell them about civil war. How do you want to tell the story for them to comprehend? Most of the things you are talking about will be out of touch with their present experience. But with the use of AI, right, you can bring this thing to life. I saw something on Facebook. Somebody was gathering pictures, and I know some of us will have seen those pictures of old lanterns that we used in those days. Old books, nationwide books, Macmillan books. All those old books, audio tape, old televisions, right? You can bring those TV, right? All those pictures, you can bring them into your Kling AI, and it brings it to life, and the TV begins to work, and So telling students, stories just looking at picture may not be, you can go a step higher where we animate these pictures, right? You can create the scenario of a family sitting down. It can even be your own family pictures, right? Sitting down and watching the TV, and your clean AI brings it to life as if it's real life. And we have so many other AI tools, that can do that. Steve.ai can do that, right? So, but our focus is, what is the direction? We need to begin to think in that line. What else can we use AI, to do, right? You can use the personalized story to differentiate, to bring it down to the level of the learner, and this can help in literacy word development, right? Of course, through natural language processing and voice recognition, readers can influence story outcomes, right? You can stimulate the imagination, of the learner, right? I mean, this is just so amazing, and we need every one of us to be very invested in this. I personally, an example of what I have been doing with AI is, I create courses for teachers to take, and I have series of courses. But with the advent of AI, I have been investing myself in creating audio courses for teachers, and it's making life easier. All the materials I've been converting them into audio and creating micro, courses for teachers. This is the direction of teacher development. This is the direction of teacher development, and you can begin to maximize that in your own world, in your own sphere, also. So this is not just theory; it is practice, and it's making life easier. So features and benefits of AI-powered storybooks, right? So what are the features? Number one, interactivity, right? It makes this story come to life in multiple formats. You can use to boost engagement with your learners. Personalization is another feature of this AI powered or digital storybooks. You can personalize them. You can have the same story told for someone in SS3. You can tell the story in a simplified manner to someone in GS3. You can simplify it also for someone in primary 6. Now imagine if you have to do this on your own, right? But with the advent of artificial intelligence, it can help you to scale down these stories, and within a few minutes, your stories will be ready for different classes. I have tried, scaling this down for Sunday school department, in my church, where I have the task to create, lesson outcome for learners, right? We have lesson outcome for teenagers. All I need to do is I scan the book, right? The same topic I want the junior ones to also take. We have 3 other lower classes. All I need to do is to create prompt, convert it to text, create prompt, and help me to simplify the story down. I just gave you a clue of biblical verses to use, and the story will simplify that such that someone that is in primary 5 is learning the same topic with someone who is a teenager, but the topic is so much simplified with some kind of little activities that can engage, these levels of learner. That is what we call personalization. So AI can interpret reader speech to guide story direction. When we talk in terms of vocabulary level and skill level, all of these things are things that we can manipulate using our prompts, and which we have learned under prompt engineering, right? So begin to think, which direction do you want to begin to maximize AI, even far beyond the 4 walls of your classroom, right? In your own house, in your family, with your children, and some other things that you do. How can you maximize AI? Okay, of course, in content generations, right? So stories are never the same twice. Stories are never the same twice. So AI introduces varieties to encourage rereading and exploration, right? So your learners can access a story through text. They can access a story through sequencing using image sequencing. Maybe something like in 1900, want to tell the story of Nigerian president ever since inception, right? From Ahmadu Bello and downward to present president. That is called using sequencing, image sequencing. Right? You can sequence the image year by year by year. But apart from that image sequencing, you can also bring those images to life. I mean, if you see some clips where the image of what president, have the other presidents from all over the world dressing them in army uniform, and they are walking on the stage. You know, these are fun ways to bring the story alive, right? We need to imagine what we need to do. Last week we looked into how pedagogy syncs with AI. Now you understand the reason why you want to bring the image alive. It's not because you want to show off that you know how to use AI tools in your classroom. No, it's because you are tapping into increased engagement for students. That is the pedagogical mindset that is behind you bringing image to life. You want experiential learning for your learners. That is the pedagogical mindset that you have, bringing the image to world, image to life, you know, for your learners. It's not just because you want to show AI tools in the classroom. Okay, so you can do that. You can tell the same story using what podcasts, like I mentioned. You can tell the same story using what videos. You can create videos, you know, of the learner. You can tell a particular story using games, right? You can use AI to help you to create puzzles of a part of world presidents, right? You can put the image together and create puzzles, and asking students or them to join the puzzle together digitally, or you print it out, you know, the image out, cut it, laminate it, and ask your students to begin to work to join it together. That is turning, you know, story into what? Into puzzle, and students can put the pieces to work together. Of course, what makes a story is that you have different parts of the story, which those who do drama talk about act and scene. When you join the act and scene together, then you have a full-fledged word drama or story, right? So what are the benefits of AI powered or storytelling, right? We can augment literacy through tailored experiences. Augmenting literacy through what? Tailored experiences, meaning you are looking into what are the things that the learners can identify. Like we talk about A for apple. Why not A for agbalumo, right? You can recreate your own. Look at images, look at objects around you in your environment, and you can bring those objects to life, right? You can use AI to augment, you know, literacy, where students begin to learn alphabet or begin to learn 2-letter words, 3-letter words, instead of talking about snow, S for snow. They have never seen snow before, right? So we can talk about S for streams. They have streams around them. S for stone, right? So this is bringing augmenting literacy using what? Artificial intelligence. And in the age of AI now, any image that you want to use, any video that you want to use, even if they are not available, you know, on the internet, you can create your own image and create your own word, your own story using AI prompt. We can promote attention and active reading in an age of digital world, digital distraction. So we can tap into the digital distraction and create attention, you know, active attention, actively engage our learners. Then enhance accessibility to children with disabilities via text-to-speech and font word option. The pedagogical thinking behind this, right, is okay. So before I move forward here, so I want to read this. This is the use of AI. Can someone in the chat room tell us what pedagogical thinking do you think can come to the mind of a teacher or to the mind of an instructional designer for him or her to say, okay, let me use AI tool in this particular respect. I'm looking at the benefit that I want to gain. I want to enhance accessibility for children with disabilities via text-to-speech and word font option. What is the pedagogy behind this? Right? Can anyone suggest in the chat room? You want to enhance, you know, accessibility for children with disabilities, right? What's the thinking? What are the pedagogical language that come to mind here? You can just type in the chat room quickly. Type in the chat room. I'll soon wrap up now. Type in the chat room quickly. What better pedagogical thinking do you think could come to your mind? So as a teacher that wants to reach all learners with disabilities in the classroom, what are the pedagogical language that we can use to help us? Let me check what we have in our chat room. Okay, I haven't seen anything in the chat room. Okay, good. Okay, so let me just read one or two. We have it. Okay, types of disability. Yes, what language do we use? Yes, what there's a particular language we use. Yes. Okay. Someone say types of disabilities. Yes. Any other person? Eliyasu Sulaiman. I saw that. Yes. Any other person? Yeah, I'm looking for what, because of time, looking for what differentiation. differentiation, yeah, universal design for learning, universal design for learning. So yes, okay, yes, special language, okay, yes, that could fit too. Yeah, yes, we want to assess learning through special language, okay. Then of course you can spark creativity by letting children cook stories and reflect on narrative design. Like I said earlier, you can give assignment to your student for them to create stories, using this AI to for them to create content themselves, right? So implication and future direction. Okay, storybooks will become more emotionally responsive and interactive, right? Storybooks will not just be white and black, you know, not just on paper. They become interactive. They become emotionally responsive, right? So while offering rich engagement, these tools must be balanced with screen time consideration. So yes, we are talking about the use of AI, digital. We want to digitize everything, but we also need to be mindful. How can we balance, the use of these tools with the need for us to reduce screen time for students, especially for those in lower classes, right? Exposure to screen time, longer exposure to screen time has its own disadvantage, right? So our goal here is to balance. How do we create a balance between that, right? Okay, like in my own space. So we have two kinds of assignment that we give to students. We have assignments that we call it soft assignment. Then we have hard assignment. Soft assignment means assignment that will require students to go to their laptop or use any digital devices. Then we have assignments that must be from the student notebook and textbooks. So we have to create a balance that way, and we allocate time, right? The screen time for students should be more than 1.5 hours a day, assignment that they will do online, because many students will begin to abuse the opportunity for them to be online. So this is the kind of thinking that administrators need to begin to have when it comes to us administrating educational technology, in our space. Is very, very important. These are practical decision, future directions that we need to begin to work to make. For those of us who are zonal inspectors of education, who are principals, assistant principal, administrators, for those of us who are heads of departments, in secondary school or in tertiary institution, okay, or dean of learning, of professional development. These are the area of thinking that we need to get involved in. Quality control is crucial for AI generated content, and human oversight remains what essential. We have overflowed this, right? Human oversight, whatever content that is generated before use, it has to be screened, it has to be evaluated. You remember the She Guide, right? The She Guide, right? It can help us to be able to navigate through this. And a hybrid approach, combining traditional books with digital innovations, will promote holistic literacy experiences, right? That balance is very critical. We can never overemphasize the need for that balance, right? For us to maximize the gains of artificial intelligence, right? Striking the balance and exploring the She Guide, can help us to further navigate this this path and navigate this direction. Okay, so let's proceed quickly. So imagine AI technologies in education. We have looked at some of this before, but this is just like a recap of most of the things that we have discussed earlier before, right? We look for AI tools, technologies that can help us to personalize, learning in their learning environment, right? How can we customize learning pace for students, right? How can we customize content for learners? Differentiation comes in here, right? You may also want to explore intelligent tutoring system. Okay, AI provide real-time adaptive, solutions to students via the use of various learning management system, right? Intelligent tutoring system. And if you know how to craft your prompts properly, you can use your generative AI as an intelligent tutoring system too, where your student can upload, tasks, and they can, via prompt, they can train their AI to begin to explain concept to them and be breaking down concept, to them, depending on how rich and how instructive your prompts are. AI for special education. This is another direction to explore. I gave us an example of how I help out in a school for the blind, where I think I still have the braille. I've been keeping that braille on my table for months now, because it's something inspiring to me. How we are able to convert, this braille, student notebook, into braille in few minutes. What usually take weeks before, in few minutes, using artificial intelligence. and such that students who are also blind, as the lesson is over, before they go home, they also have their own notebook that they can go and read, and this helps them to be able to follow through the lesson, you know, read time. Digital gaming education. Okay, with the advent of AI, we can begin to gamify our lesson, real life, you know, experience. There are AI tools now that can convert your text to game, convert your text to video games. There are AI tools, you know, they can do that now. All you need to do is to just upload that content, and the AI on its own will gamify that content, and students can play through that, right? AI grading assessment tools. Of course, we know that we have AI that can grade assessment tools now, especially multiple choices, right? And we said that the advances is still being progressive when it comes to grading essay questions, right? Or essay responses from students. What we have now is grading essays based on rubrics, right? But teacher input is still the best, you know, for now. But we trust that AI will advance, and of course, with the input and feedback from teachers, that aspect was also going to be a fantastic experience with time. Metacognitive support, you know, AI can foster reflection and self-regulation, you know, among learners, right? This is very, very important. Among all the 21st century skills, self-regulation is the strongest and the most important. Self-regulation, right? If a child cannot self-regulate, he or she cannot begin to be a good digital citizen. So self-regulation is one of the things that we need to teach even as AI, you know, advances, right? Learning analytics, chatbot, and conversational AI are the direction of AI technologies in education. Okay, so exploring and implementing AI tools in education, right? So what are areas and how we need to begin to explore AI tools in education? Number one, teacher training is very, very critical, and that's why we have a training like this. Kudos to Escutech Education, kudos to Google, and kudos to everyone who have given their time, you know, to be part of this particular training. Teacher training is very, very important, right? We need to boost teacher training. And when we talk about teacher training here, your own personal effort is very important. Professional development needs to be taken personal, right? Don't say, oh, they are not training me, and so I'm not going to undergo training, right? Like last week and the other previous class, we showed us about the Microsoft platform, right? Where we need to go on for us to begin to take courses, right? For those who are self-driven, you are taking series of courses. I myself, I have taken more than 24 or close to 30 Microsoft courses on that platform, and many more, right? I can't begin to count the number of professional development certificates that I have. They are just too much. I've had myself one award or the other. Each time I go to the award to meet the panel, and I will just tell them, these are just a few of my certificates, because I can't carry everything to any interview. I cannot. If you want to hear, you check my portfolio, right? Teacher training must be something that is dear to your heart. You take it personal. It's a personal effort, a personal drive, right? So the first thing you need to gain for teacher training is your what? Is the knowledge and the advancement in the skills that you are having, right? You are the one that has a lot to gain. The trainer, those training you, have little or nothing to gain per se, in code. You are the one that is gaining, right? So the best benefit, or the first benefit, is that you are in the training and you are making progress. They're showcasing success, right? Real teacher experiences with AI can inspire broader options. That's part of what we want to do today. For some of us who want to showcase what they have learned so far, all right, and what you have been able to create, will give opportunity for, you know, for you to be able to speak in our professional community of practice. There's having supportive communities. So we want to encourage you, peer collaboration. It could be online or offline. When you get back to your school, right, those teachers who are not part of this training, you can also begin to cascade down the excellence to them. Begin to cascade down the excellence. Begin to be the go-to teacher in your school. Be the go-to teacher. Be the person that they need to go to learn from, right? Create a small supportive community of practice in your school, and you can begin to lead that, right? Then you need to start small. Don't say, oh, all these tools are too much. Where can I move? How can I navigate? Start small. Start with something and begin to play with it. Over time, you'll find that you'll be able to move on to what? Bigger projects, right? So that you don't get discouraged. Start small and take it 2 by 2. Pedagogy by pedagogy, practice by practice, benefit by benefit, and learning outcome by what? Learning outcome, right? Then, of course, resource accessibility. If you have access to tools, right, share it with people around you. Share it with your students. Share with teachers in your school. Don't have access to tools and keep it to yourself. No, we must work ensure that we have resource accessibility, right? So if you have curated resources, share a list of your resources with your work, with your colleagues, right? Share it on social media. Make announcement about it. That is how we can advance, the teacher community, and everyone can get better. Student collaboration, right? Empower learners to explore AI and present findings. Mutual discovery can strengthen engagement. You can have portfolio presentation in your school where students can come and showcase, their advancement, how they have been using technology and how they have been using AI to learn. It's part of development. It's part of what we call skilled communication when it comes to 21st century learning design. Skilled communication, right? Then, of course, celebrate innovation. So in your various schools, I recognize teachers, who are innovative, right? With those of us who are educational leaders, we do, this. Pick up teachers who are very invested, in innovation, who have innovative mind through award and public recognition. So if you are a principal here, you're a school owner, right? These are things that you can be the rubrics with which you use to select teacher of the year, right? So recognize teachers so that they will know that their effort is being seen, their effort is being recognized. Okay, so I think that we have been able to make progress. So everything that we have left in our manual is about glossary of key terms in education, which I believe that when we get this manual, right, we'll be able to look at those key terms, right, for us to be able to understand, speak the language of AI. So when they say you have done training about AI and somebody is asking you what is the meaning of prompt, and you can't tell what prompt is, or somebody is telling you what is the meaning of machine learning, and you can't tell about what machine learning is. Someone is asking you what is the meaning of natural language processing. What does it mean? Generative AI, what does it mean? So it is important for you to get acquainted with this with this glossary of terms. So we have about 6 pages of glossary that we can go through to help us. So when we get this manual, we can go through the glossary of terms. So I believe that it has been a rewarding time speaking with every one of you and be part of this training from Module 1 to Module 5. I celebrate every one of you. So I will hand over to Mrs. Olumori so that we can take it on from there. Community of practice. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Yes. And so the first person that will be presenting today is Mr. Ibrahim Nasiru from Katsina State. Mr. Ibrahim Nasiru, you've made a co-host, so you can start with your presentation and share your screen. So after Mr. Ibrahim Nasiru, we're going to have Alaji Idrisa, also Mr. Olajide Adebisi, Mr. Sani Ado, and we continue on the list like that. Please, each participant has 5 minutes for the presentation. I don't know if we are all hearing me. Each participant has 5 minutes for the presentation. And so for now, the floor is open. And the first person that will take us on what you've learned in this program in the last 5 weeks, your take, what you are going back with, anything that you have taken from here and you want to share. So please, you have the floor. Over to you, Mr. Ibrahim, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving me this privilege. Like our able anchor person has, Mr. Ibrahim Nasiru, and I'm not from Katsina State. I'm from Bauchi State, precisely from GDSS Gadamaiwa. Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, please. You can hear you. Yes.
Okay. I just want to share with the house what my journey so far in the course of this training, how this particular powerful tool has been a game changer in my teaching. You see, I want to share with us what I did before this training. Okay, I used to spend hours, searching from ideas, learning, teaching ideas from using Google search. I want to get charts, diagrams to use to help these kids. You understand? But it actually worked. It worked, but it can be very cumbersome, tiring, and time consuming. But then I got introduced to ChatGPT, a very powerful AI tool introduced to me by our able doctor, may your days be long. And now I can prepare tons of lesson plans, get tons of practical examples, real world examples to help my children, my kids understand the classroom. And also I use in those days I use Google search to manually organize all those things I've collected here and there from Google and integrate them into PowerPoint and present. That is if I need to make presentation. But now, as it is, that has been removed completely. It's thanks to GPT chat. So this training is really an eye opener. Okay, and I've experienced AI in a real world, in education especially. There's another tool again, Notebook LM. The podcast section of it it's super. Okay, it's helped me in generating content very quickly and engage in personalized teaching. Okay, it has the capability of helping me prompt it to mimic a tune that can be easily be understandable by my students. Very, very impressive. And also I can generate quizzes, quizzes and get feedback. Sometimes when you spend the whole time preparing plans, you have limited time to teach your students. So I get instant feedback. You know what that means? It can help them prepare for lessons, even tests. Okay, sometimes you carry out revision at the end of the whole package, but this time instantly you revise them with the help of AI. You give them a feedback, some question, then you get a feedback. So when you're giving the test, you're surprised. The general performance will be very, very impressive. So, and the class is always student-centered. Okay, and I want to say a very big shout out to the organizers of this program, especially Madam and our able doctors. May your days be long again. It's been very, 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 very empowering weeks we had here. I want to say, may God bless you, and may God give us the capabilities, the abilities to integrate this into our various schools. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nasiru. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate the fact that you have so much to take back for the students, and the fact that, see, doctor is giving you a clap there, and so you get this from SKT, from all of us. Thank you so much. Okay, so please, can I have some of you have been unmuted. I think the next person, sorry, I closed the page. Mr. Sani Ado, are you ready? You are not the next. Or Mr. Olajide Adebisi.
Yes, I'm ready, ma.
All right, thank you. Please, Mr. Sani Ado, go ahead. You have the floor. Thank you so much.
Okay. Hello and good morning to everybody. I, Sani Ado from Bauchi State, Government Comprehensive Day Secondary School, Misau. We really appreciate the organizers of this wonderful program pertaining artificial intelligence. Before we really try in search of information using Google, Chrome, and the rest search engine. But now we really know that there is a lot of improvement in artificial intelligence technology in education when you go for chat GPT. I really wonder when I use chat GPT to plant a lesson plan and a lesson note. So I really learned a lot within a short period of time without any wasting much of time. You can come out with at least a comprehensive lesson plan with student outcome and the rest. So also a part of that, in an assignment, I really understand, I really learn much on types of assignment, that is soft assignment and the hard assignment. We really deal with a hard assignment. We'll give the student an assignment, they should go and do it, maybe at their home, and later they came back with it. But now we have also a soft assignment that they use, maybe a ChatGPT or a Google to bring out with the assignment. This is also a wonderful and a technological era, so that we can go together with technology. And there was a time before, from the Nigerian Mr. Tourism create a debate on social media, where we even sat together with our students and brought out some points of view so that they should go and play their role on that competitions. But now we have a lot of points pertaining this social media, can I see? Like in this artificial technology in education, it has been improved our educational what can I say, processes. So it will change a lot of our method and style in teaching and learning processes. We really learn a lot, and we really try and impart that knowledge that we have been got here to our younger generations. So once again, we really thank the participants of this workshop and facilitators.
Daniel Sunday, unmute yourself and go ahead.
Can you hear me, ma? Hello?
Hello, yes, I can hear you.
All right. Once again, I want to seize this opportunity by appreciating all the effort you put in place to ensure that this program has been a successful one. Before I continue, I will have to introduce myself properly. I am by name Sunday Daniel Izang, a teacher in GGDSS Kofor ED in Bauchi State. In fact, the very first time I engaged myself or enrolled into this very particular program, I was thinking as if it's a kind of a thing that one have already known already. But I later came to realize that no matter how you think you understood something, there is more to it.
Of course.
And in fact, I want to use this medium to thank Mr. Lanre, and including yourself, for making all this program to be a successful one. In fact, I have learned much about this AI. This artificial intelligence, most especially in this era, indeed, is a big one. Because if you are not technologically oriented, you cannot move along in this generation. So really appreciate you. Students need to be improved in every aspect of life. And there is no one will improve them except we, the teachers. And if teachers are not being fed up well, most especially in this particular technological era, it means we will not have a future generation of a good quality students. And therefore, as the program continues like this to educate teachers, I think it's a kudos one. And I will everly stand to commit myself in as much as you are there to give us what we need to know. Thank you very much, because I know with the level or the little time that you spend with us, all this while from the beginning of the program to the end of it, in fact, no one will tell you that as long as he has availed himself he will tell you that he has not acquired knowledge. A lot of knowledge we have acquired in different aspects. We have never known about so many technological or AI, different kinds of AI. We've never experienced that. Until when we've come to the program here, we begin to know. In fact, I have begin to understood. We have perplexity, we have God, we have the distant, the ChatGPT, and I make use of them, all of them. Well, especially like the God, I make use of the God properly and all the time. In fact, I make use of it. In fact, indeed, it is a good one. It simplifies everything. Whatever problem you think you have, once you click onto it, all you need to do is to review it, just as you've stated already. Review it, evaluate it, and see how it is. Is it really a current one that you are in need of it? Haven't gone into it? From there, you see that every of your work is being simplified. In fact, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, that's a wonderful one. A shout out to you too. Let me just give you that. That's coming from us. Thank you, Mr. Daniel Sunday. And he has made a profound statement that he said, and I quote, students need to be improved. And it is we teachers that will bring about the required change. That's a fantastic statement. And I'm taking that, we are learning. I'm taking that as a feedback. Thank you, Mr. Daniel Sunday. That's a beautiful one. And we are happy that you've understand tools to use. And I'm also grateful for the three of you that have spoken so far, Mr. Ibrahim, Mr. Sani Adu, and Mr. Daniel Sunday, because you are taking it with a passion. This is what you want. And it's a continuous thing. Please, let's take it back. And for all of us here, we are all learning. And please, before we continue with our chat, please don't forget what we drop on the platform. Like Doctor said, let's keep learning. I've also done some exams. I've not gone as far as doctors, but please, let's keep learning. You even see the section for teachers on that module, that Microsoft festival, something that will drop. Please ensure you sign it. The challenge is still on. Learn to improve yourself, because we have to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So we all need it. Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel Sunday. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we move forward. Yes.
I want to start from by thanking the facilitators, because I really learned a lot. Let me introduce myself first before dwelling into what I want to say. My name is Garba Ishaku Suleiman from Government Day Secondary School, Lanze, in the local government here in Bauchi State. I really appreciate the lectures, I would say. Let me just call it a lecture, because when we started, it was somehow boring. I was thinking of even quitting. How will I be spending my time, my data, my this and that? I was like, So when it gets to the second Friday, the third, I was like, so I'm learning something that I didn't know. Because if you are at least in a social media, trying to do one or two things, you'll be seeing them introducing, for example, in WhatsApp, you'll be seeing them introducing AI Meta. I didn't know what was that. I would just say, what are they disturbing me with these things? But when I came to this class, I learned that all those things are very important. Thank you for the wonderful presentations you've been giving us. Thank you once again. I really appreciate it. All right.
You are welcome, sir.
Yes. Good morning, ma.
Good morning, sir. Please, can you just add a little volume?
Yes,
can you increase?
Actually, as you said, I am Samaila Aliyu from Misau, Bauchi State, in Government Girls Secondary School, Mangari. Actually, before this program, we have been using ICT, which took a longer time. And our children, our students are catching it, but gradually, little by little. When we come to this program at the first, when I heard from the introduction, I wonder, I said, what is AI? I have never heard about it. And if you look at my responses on that first form we fulfill, you find out that most of the responses is no. Now I regret, why did I put no? But actually it is really, I don't want to belie. So, but now, how I wish that form will be returned back to us, so that I can put the responses as yes, because we'll have learned a lot. Particularly by using AI tools, we can be able to design our lesson plans easily. Initially, it takes us time, because we waste a longer time in the night researching books, journals, and
Oh, so sorry, sir. Please, sir, can you unmute yourself? Sorry about that. Okay,
Hello?
thank you. Yes, sir, go ahead and kindly speak out, sir.
All right. So now, actually, we have, by this program, the representation, particularly what Doctor has been saying, and you in particular, actually, we have learned so much that we can be able to boost ourselves and then do something a little, at least tell our teachers, guide our teachers. They too, they can be able to use the AI in so that our school will be live all the time, will be vibrant all the time. And actually, by using this AI, we also learn that it saves time. It saves time, and then it is accurate, depending on the information you feed it. But it is accurate, actually. And it also saves time. So by using AI also, particularly using this prompt, if you use it amicably, you'll find out that what you want to deliver is going to be very simple. It's going to be very simple. You can also use, initially, we crack ourselves in order to find out this teaching aids. But now by using this AI, teaching aids become very easy. Very easy. You don't even need to go here and there to find out teaching aids. And these teaching aids are very, very essential to our students. So actually, in conclusion, what I can say, what you have delivered is actually very nice and then fantastic. And we are thankful over what you have done to us. Then we pray how this one could be repeated again in the future time so that it can be advanced. It can be advanced. Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you for giving me this time.
Thank you, Mr. Yes, thank you, Mr. Samaila Haliyu. God bless you. And of course, it's continuous. Like you said, you have started the traditional, tools before the regular ICT, but we have all seen a better way to do it. And please let me reiterate and say that let's visit, like, share, and subscribe on our main YouTube channel. So for updates, and also let's keep learning. Let's go to that site, the Microsoft link that we drop, and do trainings, continuous training for us as teachers. And this, it will help us. Doctor mentioned, they had to transcribe. Let me use the word transcribe for people that are blind. So what will take them weeks to do was done under a day. How many hours? And so day to day can go. So there are a lot of positive things that AI can help us to do if we teachers are on top of this and we are managing it. Thank you so much. God bless you. Yes, Mr. Alaji Mustafa, have you said, you can meet yourself and speak, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Alhaji Mustafa Abubakar from Kashim Chetima Gamande Secondary School, Mairi, in Maiduguri. Before we introduce to this program, I used to use Meter to simplify my programs, but now the area that I learn more is how to convert image to text. This one, it is very, very important to us, we teachers, to convert some image to text and to simplify our lesson plan. We learn a lot through this your program. We learn how, where and when are we going to use the AI tools. For example, where to use, for example, to personalize our learning and to automate some tasks. These are very, very crucial for we teachers to use in our school. So thank you very much. But we have learned some benefit of AI so that we teachers, we need some times. For example, we are going to saving our time and enhancing, for example, creativity. These tools, it can also enhance our creativity. Even yesterday, I choose some student, I call them, though we are in break, but we are doing some practice to join a game. So, but we use this ChatGPT to simplify our tasks. So thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. Thank you very much. We are
Thank you so much,
this.
Alaji Mustafa. Thank you for that. And he said something that I've been expecting. Yes, he mentioned something that we're expecting someone to mention, and thank you for that. And that's converting images to text. Because I remember that we picked a lesson, doctor picked a page, showed us a page, and he mentioned that, to make it easier for us, bringing it back to our own, our own community, our country, our curriculum. If you pick a textbook, you scan it, upload image, you can help you to draw a lesson note from it. Questions can come up out of it. So we teachers, we don't need to worry much. I mean, it will just simplify, ask so many questions. So there's no, if on a page, you can generate like 20, 35 questions more. And students are learning that way. By the time they get to write WAEC or JAM, West African examination, we see that it's a lot easier. So a lot for us to learn. And there's no how we teachers can be lazy with this, because we are also involved and we are working. Our work is simplified, but we are being automated, and we are automating the work, and everyone is learning, and the students are also being impacted. Thank you, Mr.
Madam, let me remind you. Even I am not feeling fine, I want to go to see my doctor, but for this program, I just sit down and learn something, because I don't know even today is the final session. One of my colleagues told me that today is the final, so then I skipped to see my doctor, so to just and see this wonderful program. Thank you very much. We learn more.
You're welcome so much. You're welcome, sir. That's the commitment. That's what is expected, because these are students. They are the future, not only the future of tomorrow, even now. They are taking over, and we see a better tomorrow, we see a better Nigeria, we see a better country, we see a better ourselves. And all thanks to you, the teachers. Look at the sacrifices. Thank you so much. Yes, today is the concluding part, but it's not a program that is ending, because we have our YouTube channel and we keep learning, and any resource that can be useful for us will be dropped so that we keep learning. Thank you. Yes, let's go ahead. Any other person that not registered before, you can unmute yourself and speak. Thank you. Yeah. Hello? So who is Mr. Dauda James?
Yes, ma. Can I go ahead and talk, ma?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Like I said earlier, my name is Dauda James Vala. I'm from Borno State, and I'm teaching with the Government Day Secondary School, Gunsuri. Actually, I'm very happy to have this program, and I'm very happy to appreciate all your effort that you have made concerning this program, more especially that we used to be in a traditional way of making teaching. But we thank God for the AI that came in, and it has made things very easy and very fast for the teachers. And also things that you cannot do, you can do it within short period of time. And also I want to thank the effort of the Google itself, would have made it possible for us to see all this that we are doing in the whole nation, which is very important. And had it been this, it was something that we are going to do it physically. I think we're not going to get it. But thank God, because of the technology that is on ground, that we're able to have this. And another effort that I want to appreciate, the government itself, who have already sent our names to various, that is the Nigerian secondary school commissions, who have made it possible for us also. Then, and by the grace of God, the knowledge that we got, we are going to cascade it down to our teachers and even our students who don't know very well, because we have got the knowledge, and we are going to cascade it to most of our teachers so that they will know it also. Not that most of us will have even the facilities on ground, but we don't know how to make use of it. But thank God for the knowledge we got from our resource person, in the person of Dr. Lere, who has also made it available always for us. And you yourself, man, who has made it the presentation always. So we thank you very much, ma'am. So thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Okay. Let's take Mr. Hino, because I think he's off now. One person has been trying to...
Yes, ma'am. I'm available, ma'am. Can I speak now?
Go ahead, Mr. Hino.
Yes, ma'am. Just like I mentioned, my name is Mr. Enoch Benjamin Kwanti from Taraba State. and the name of my school is GDSS Dimba, Taraba State. Yes, ma, just like other colleague, the way the other colleague have stated, the program is amazing. AI pedagogy program is really, really something that every teacher should ensure that they have also gotten a knowledge from this side, because this will help us a lot to improve our classroom management. And it will also help each and every teacher that has attended this program to go outside there and also enlighten other colleagues so that they will also benefit from this program. Like just recently, this JAM UTME that they are about to write, my student came with the JAM text, which is the Lekki headmaster. And I saw it, it is already, the time is already short. So what I did, I have to go to ChatGPT and I created a prompt and I asked ChatGPT to summarize the novel for me, give me the characters, give me the plot, and generate 40 JAM possible questions for me. And the students were very amazed. Everybody was very happy because within a shortest period of time, I was able to generate that assessment for them. And at the end of the day, they were able to answer some questions there based on what they read from the novel. So you see, I believe that AI pedagogy is here to improve teachers, is here to ensure that learning situations in schools have improved, and even the teachers themselves, they will also improve themselves in terms of learning. And I think this is a very good program that everybody will have to engage in it. And I want to appreciate the resource persons of this program, because you have really, really done a lot. What you have done to each and every teacher is unforgettable. We're going to improve ourselves as you have advised. We'll continue to improve ourselves as teachers so that our classroom will be an interactive classroom. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Enoch. That's a good one. Please, can I have your full name again? Enoch Benjamin.
Enoch Benjamin 20.
Okay, please, can you help me put it on the chat box and your phone number?
All right,
Because you've made, yes, please, I need to pick that on the chat box. You made a profound statement now about the practicality of this course. And of course, that section needs to get back to SQTech, the convener of this program. Dr. and I were co-facilitators with the convener. So this has been brought to you by SQTech, NSEC, with the support of Google. So all your wishes are going to them. Thank you. But the good thing, while I'm happy, is that you have taken it back. What they showed us, you were able to, upload the image, immediately get question, and the assessment, the students could transfer. You said they were preparing for their JAM and they got like 40 questions. It's easier now. Imagine yes, and that's so beautiful. Now, if all of us are doing this weekly assessments for each topic that we have taken, we're already generating questions for them. Why heck, any exam will be easy for them because they don't need to wait and cram. They don't need to wait and cram. If we are doing this on regular basis, it's easier and they will go easier. All right, but please put your details for me. Thank you so much. Yes, madam, I'm saying so that we have let's do gender this thing now. I'm saying, madam, you want to say something? Please unmute yourself so that we can hear a female voice. I won't be the only female speaking. Madam, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Dasum Eken Yakubu from Government Day Secondary School, Gweshi, Bauchi State. The first time I was using my phone, I get to learn to be seeing this AI meter on Facebook and on WhatsApp. So I was thinking it is scammer, all these scammers. So with this training, I was able to learn how to use AI, and even searching for my textbooks, some of my pages were not there. So I decided to use this AI in order to complete the lesson I wanted to. So I've learned a lot. I've learned this she guide approach and a lot. So with this, I think we'll extend what we've learned to some of our colleagues so that at least they will get used to it, and also to the students. Thank you very much, Ma.
Thank you, ma'am. The good thing that I'm taking back from your short speech is the fact that we also help other teachers. So you have become a trainer. So this is just a forum like train the trainers. And once they see what we are doing, what you are doing, like the last person, Mr. Enoch also said, and the previous speakers, once they see we teachers, you know, we'll be able to influence ourselves. Oh, no, see, you can do it this way. It's even easier. So taking it back to educate other people, it's a good thing. And please don't forget to do that. Thank you so much, and keep learning and training yourself. Thank you. Please, please, and please, I want you to, if you are not speaking, mute yourself. There's a particular person, I don't know if you are in school or what. You understand, to trace individually might be difficult. I try to unmute some of you so that you can speak, but I want to give opportunity to everyone. Please, I beg us, if you are not speaking, kindly mute yourself. Thank you so much. Okay, so the next person, Mr. Bayero Saman Azan, you are raising your hand. Do you want to speak something? You want to share something with us? Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me, ma?
Okay, now
Hello?
I can hear you.
Yes,
now
I said my name is Hassan Usama Tubayero from GDSS Donga, Taraba State. Hello, ma. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, the little I want to chip on this thing is because most of the speakers have spoken a lot about the progress and the achievement we had on this training. Honestly, for me, if we're talking about AI, we've been hearing about AI before. We've been testing a little bit, that is an informal knowledge about AI. But when we attend this class, by attending this class, I come to realize that AI is not just by name. It's something that everybody, every teacher need to embrace to enhance its teaching and learning process. Because when we finished the last week class, that was module 4, then I came back to the school because our school are doing extension. So with the little knowledge I have using ChatGPT, I was able to bring my students down to tell them the importance of integrating AI in everything in life, not just in learning, teaching and learning process. Because this AI has come to stay. I can only advise that most teachers, or let me say all teachers, should embrace this AI. Then I'm also planning when we resume back, because we're on holiday, when we resume back, I will organize a simple seminar for my teachers for them to embrace the use of AI in teaching and learning process. That is my take, man.
Oh, thank you so very much. And that's a wonderful one. And that's the spirit. We are taking it back home to other teachers, and we're taking it back to students. And we see in our circle of influence, everybody is getting the positive vibe on how to get better. Look at what you people are saying. He just said, Mr. Bayero just said, the little knowledge he had, he was able to implement it. Just the little knowledge that he had for those 4 former training, he was able to implement something, and that's how it is. But let me tell us, the truth of the matter is we cannot stop learning. You cannot stop using these tools yourself, those ones that you need to use, and check. Don't let us forget, your human nutrition is still very important. You need to check yourself if this is applicable. Whatever the tool is suggesting to you, you bring it down. I like Mr. Enoch that say, okay, no, this student exam is close, do assessment and question. And, you know, got some questions that the students were happy. So positive side of it, as in taking it back to the student, the useful aspect, they take it. But in all fairness, AI has come to stay. Thank you very much, Mr. Bayero. And thank you, everyone. Yes, who do I have? Mr. Adamu Danlami. Mr. Adamu Danlami, please, you can unmute yourself and speak. Mr. Ibrahim Bello. Oh, you can unmute yourself, sir.
Yes, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, I have unmuted myself. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes,
Although you still have some
actually,
background noise.
I really
Go ahead, sir. Just go ahead. Let's
There's
take
no
it. You have
background
been
noise.
trying
Good
to...
morning, ma'am.
Okay, good morning, sir. Go ahead,
Yes,
sir.
actually, I really appreciate you and the doctor for your time given to all this kind of program to see that the program has been continues. So actually, before things has been a little bit difficult for us teachers. You understand, especially designing our lesson plans, our lecture notes, our setting of essay questions, OBJ questions. It is to at least sometimes you see supervisors will be expecting supervisors of these kind of things, and then you sometimes lesson planning is used to give question something like maybe a difficult thing for you to sit down and design your lesson plan. So actually, sometimes if the supervisor is coming, you see teachers running helter and skelter, doing all these kind of trying to at least make update and all these kind of things. Actually, there is one of my VP, the one that designed our lesson plan and all these kind of things. The time that I went to her and show her this is how I arrange my lesson plan, my lesson notes, the questions that I generate my questions, OBJ questions, essay questions, she said, wow, all these kind of things, he just made it very simple in a simple way. So actually the ChatGPT, all these kind of tools that we have learned so far, it actually helped us a lot. I can only say thank you, ma, and thank you, the doctor. Thank you for your time given. And then the program continues, learning continues. So we really appreciate. And then I have even started telling our teachers, this is how we do things very easy. This is how we make things very easy. And then there is some programs that I used to run because I'm a computer science student. I read computer as in degree level. So all these kind of coding, programming, all these kind of text to audio to text, all these kind of things. Now they are becoming very simple for me. I used to take, there are some NCE programs, arranging of lecture notes, presentations, all these kind of things. They have become very simple for me. Actually, now what I can say is only thank you, ma, and thank you, the doctor, for your time given. Thank you for all my colleagues that are in the program. Thank you so much. Learning continues. I have registered for the Microsoft, and I will continue doing the program. By the grace of God, we will see where we are going to stop. Thank you so much. Thank you, the doctor. Thank you, my colleagues on the program. Thank you so much, ma.
All right, thank you, Mr. Aminu Ibrahim Bello. God bless you. And so that's the same spirit is flowing for us, that we are taking it back to our colleagues in the office when we resume. And I like the fact that even you show to your coordinator or your supervisor, said, no, wow, this is easier. So AI is making it easier for all of us. Thank you for implementing. And please, this is what we want. Whatever you have taken, let's implement and let's share so that we can impact value. We can impact value. AI has high impact value, and this is what we want to give back to our teachers. And most importantly, why we stay relevant. We also need to stay relevant on the field. Don't let us forget the traditional way is facing out, and this is now. Typists, we don't have typists like that again. Maybe like 5%, I'm not sure. I'm just saying we don't have them now. We have people using computer. Secretaries now, they use computers. So those are the things. That is a practical way to show what we become. So all teachers we must accustom ourselves to this and use these tools in a positive way. Thank you once again, Mr. Bello. Yes, I'm seeing I've called you, madam. Yes, madam has spoken. Who is the next person that want to speak there? You can unmute yourself if you want to speak, please. You can unmute yourself and go ahead. And so if you have any question, yes, sorry, if you have any, if you have any, Mr. If you have any question that you address on the chat box. Mr. John, the floor is yours here. Mr. John Bamas, go ahead. Okay. I think Mr. Mr. John, are you there? All right, okay, so can we have Mr. Bundi Hala? Mr. Bundi Hala, I'm sorry, I hope I got the name. You can unmute yourself and speak.
You got the name right. My name is Bundi Alaji Hala from Gamande Secondary School, Benishek, Kagalakal Government Area of Borno State. Actually, first of all, let me appreciate the footers of this program because this trend has changed me a lot. I really appreciate the effort of the professor, the doctor, and yours, and the conveners, and also the National Senior Secondary School Education Commission, the Googles, for these wonderful things. They have changed us, especially me. Actually, this program has changed the way I think of, and the traditional way is facing out now. So I used it in planning my lesson plan, and I showed to my superior officers, and they see that this thing has changed. So when we come back from holiday, they asked me to do so that I will put a workshop or training for the other colleagues so that we will do it together. This changed me how I will work, because in the how we prepare our lesson plan, it takes us about 30 to 40 minutes. But with this thing, just 5 or 10 minutes, I have done everything. So this has changed me and make me a better educator and also a facilitator. In the next, we are looking forward for many of these programs. We really appreciate you. Thank you, Ma, and the professor for having your time in training us. Thank you very much for the little time that you give me.
Okay, thank you so much for the feedback. Thank you. We appreciate you for your feedback and for all the wonderful words that you put in. Yeah. So before we take questions and all that, does any other person want to say something? So we could give you, yes, please.
Yes, I want to actually say something.
Yes, please go ahead.
I want to chip in something. You see, I want to take us back to a very short memory lane. You understand? At the beginning of this journey, many of us have felt that financial compensation was the main motivation was the main motive of participating. But today, I believe we all see the value of something even greater. You see, the knowledge, the connection, the growth, personal growth, okay, the experience we've gained, the ideas we've changed, you understand? And the doors to this program, the doors that this program have opened, they are priceless. You can't buy them. Okay, sometimes the most rewarding opportunity in life don't come in form of money. So like this, our prof, as our madam has advised us, that professional AI skill festive should be a starting point for some of us. Let's participate and learn more. You see, we see the power of transformation in the AI world. You understand? Like I said before, AI is not to replace anybody. It's just a tool in their hand to use to augment yourself as a person. Thank you very much.
Sorry, thank you, Ibrahim Nasuri, for that charge. Mugode, thank you. I think it's a very important point that you have raised for us to see the benefit of professional development as we have been part of this training. It goes far beyond
everyone. And so we meet next week on the general platform. That will be the general platform. We will meet next week for the closing program. We did the opening ceremony for the closing ceremony of this training. Thank you. And have a good day. Bye, everyone.
Happy Wednesday. Thank you.
Doctor, bye, sir. I think we're good to go, sir.
Bye-bye. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.